money, Lebowski.
To take the money, drive north on the 405. They will call you on the portable phone with instructions in about 40 minutes. One person only. They were very clear on that, or I'd go with you. One person only. What happened to your jaw?
Oh, nothing.
Here's the money. And the phone. Please follow whatever instructions they give.
All right.
Her life is in your hands.
If I can't find your money, what's in it for the dude?
Well, of course, there's that to discuss. A refill?
Yeah, the Pope shit in the wood.
I dig your work. Playing one side against the other in bed with everybody's fabulous stuff, man.
I'm not.
The Duke and the Dauphin are two con men in the Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. They relate to the character of the Dude in The Big Lebowski. The Dude, played by Jeff Bridges, is a man who finds himself mistaken for another man. The other man goes by the same last name as him, Lebowski. In the beginning, the Dude is mistaken for the beyond wealthy Mr. Lebowski, and he even admits he is a different man. Once a large fortune is brought into the picture, the Dude decides it wouldn't be such a horrendous idea to play along with a charade, pretending to be Mr. Lebowski. In The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, the Duke and the Dauphin are swindlers. Traveling with Huck Finn, Huck can see that these men are existing on faux identities. This is similar to how it is apparent in the beginning of The Big Lebowski, the Dude is not the correct Mr. Lebowski. The phony characters from both Huck Finn and The Big Lebowski share the fact that in the beginning of their journeys as phonies, it is known that they are fake. Both the characters from Huck Finn and The Big Lebowski share the fact that they are on journeys that take twists and turns due to the very unreal lives they choose to live. Mark Twain wrote Huck Finn as a realist writer. Perhaps by writing The Duke and the Dauphin, he is stating that a very factual part of life is that not much of it is fact or genuine.
We're not supposed to be friends, you and me. We're meant to be enemies. Did you know that? Do you want some? What's your dad like? What's the like? Is he a good man? You've never thought he wasn't. And you're proud of him. Aren't you proud of yours? It's a really horrible winter now.
How dare you talk to people in the house? How dare you? Are you eating? Have you been stealing food? Answer me!
No, sir. He gave it to me. He's my friend.
What? He's a man? Do you know this, Jim? Do you know this too?
No, I just walked in and he was helping himself. I've never seen him before in my life.
This clip shows how a child's innocence can help direct him to overlook the guidelines of racism that his own father and country have set for him. Just like Huck Finn, he understands that he is not supposed to be the friend of a different race. He overlooks this fact and befriends the Jewish boy anyway. But similar to Huck lying about knowing Jim, this German child, the son of the commandant of a concentration camp, is forced to lie about his being friends with the Jewish boy from the concentration camp a few miles from his home. This clip directly parallels the forbidden friendship of whites and blacks in Mark Twain's novel, specifically that of Huck, Tom, and Jim.
Together again. Man, I consider you guys my friends. Not wrong, am I? No. So on Monday, what happens?
Are we still friends, you mean? We're friends now, that is?
Yeah.
You want the truth?
Yeah, what's the truth?
I don't think so. With all of us, or just John? With all of you.
That's a real nice attitude, Claire.
Oh, be honest, Andy. If Brian came walking up to you in the hall on Monday, what would you do? I mean, picture this, you're there with all the sports. You know exactly what you'd do. You'd say hi to him, and when he left, you'd cut him all up so your friends wouldn't think that you really liked him.
No way.
What if I came up to you? Same exact thing.
You are a bitch!
Why? Because I'm telling the truth? That makes me a bitch?
No, because you know how
shitty that is to do to someone. And you don't got the balls to stand up to your friends and tell them that you're gonna like who you wanna like.
Okay, what about you hypocrite?
In this scene in the Breakfast Club, the tension is almost coming to an end. By this time, they realize that even though they are all in different cliques, the jocks, the rich popular girls, the weirdos, the nerds, or the rebels, that they still get along and develop relationships. They talk about what is going to happen when they see each other in school and how they will probably go back to their implied roles in their cliques. This directly relates to the relationship of Jim and Huck. Huck would never thought that he would develop a relationship with a slave, and even though he thought that him and Jim have still found a way to create a relationship with each other. He knows that after Jim has been captured that he will probably go back to his old ways and things he's been taught.
We accept the fact that we had to sacrifice a whole Saturday in detention for whatever it was we did wrong. But we think you're crazy to make us write an essay telling you who we think we are. You see us as you want to see us. In the simplest terms, the most convenient definitions. But what we found out is that each one of us is a brain, and an athlete,
And a basket case.
A princess.
and a criminal. Does that answer your question? Sincerely yours, The Breakfast Club.
In the second scene, Brian, the nerd, recites an essay that was supposed to be about who he wanted to be in life. This essay parallels why people only see Jim for who he is supposed to be, an African-American slave.
Tale as old as time, true as it can be. Barely even friends, then somebody bends unexpectedly.
Beauty and the Beast demonstrates the relationship between Huck and Jim.
Tale as old as time, tune as old as song. Bittersweet and strange, finding you can change, learning you were wrong.
In Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, Huck finds a friend in Jim. Previously, Huck played jokes on Jim with his friends, but gradually through time and changing circumstances, something changes. The dialogue Huck has with himself gives insight into internal struggles about the growing friendship between them.
There's something sweet and almost kind, but he was mean and he was coarse and unrefined, and now he's dear and so unsure. I wonder why I didn't see it there before.
Huck comes to value his friendship with Jim and in turn starts to realize things about himself and society.
You and a bit alarming. Who'd have ever thought that this could be?
Adventures of Huckleberry Finn is set in a period where common Southern sentiment towards blacks where they are uncultured and inferior. Huck, through personal experience, finds out differently.
Well, who'd have thought?
Well, bless my soul.
Well, who'd have known?
Well, who indeed?
And who'd have guessed it come together on their own?
It's so peculiar.
Well, wait and see. A few days more. There may be something there that wasn't there before.
Back then, children are taught to keep blacks in the place and what their position in society is. Any changes in this position are viewed badly and cause alarm throughout society.